Hello there, Beard here.
Stand, who knows? But anyway, handy viewers, such as you are, I've been sent this box by Weird. I opened up a box and then there was this. I didn't get to go to Gen Con. I didn't order this. They very kindly sent it to me. It's a free thing, so I suppose in many ways I should say this video contains paid promotion. And that's what they paid me with. More on that later. Anyway, this arrived about a week ago and I've been really busy. And I have resisted the urge to open this thing up. It's nicely sized. This will do well in like your local gaming store shelves, which is nice to see. Because normally these things, I mean, we've all opened up a big, GW starter set, and they tend to be quite massive. But that's quite reasonably sized. Let's have a look inside. I'm dropping stuff on the floor. The stuff I'm dropping on the floor is bases. I don't know about you, but I've got a million of these. These could be currency. If it was, I'd do quite well. That's a chunky book. Welcome to the world of Malifaux. Step through the breach. Malifaux 4th edition. Lovely little bit of intro blurb. So this is not a rule book. This is introductory scenarios. Lovely. We saw this in 2nd edition. Excuse my chair's loud noises. We saw this in 2nd edition. Nice way of teaching the game. Lovely. I think what I might do is probably play through all of these scenarios on Vassal and record it and put it out as a video. That's a good idea. Oh! Second shot. The Factions of Malifaux. A little bit of blurb on each one. Lovely. Been after that for a while. That's good. Some QR codes to get to the main rules, the app on Android, and the Breachside Broadcast. That's a nice little book. Beautiful. Tokens. One of the misery widgets from the 3rd edition sets. Look, these are fine start. Look, it's a starter set, so I can't be a snob about it. I prefer acrylics. I prefer MDF. I'm sure you're the same, but starter box, lovely. Marines, schemes and strategies for both Outcasts and Neverborn makes sense. I'm gonna guess that's an injured token. Oh, it's got different colours. For denoting friendliness. That's good, because token alignment is a big thing in this edition. And then I'm going to guess that's a bolstered token. And again, a friendly and an enemy side. I like that. That's clever. And then a whole bunch more tokens. Shielded, focused, fast, staggered, I'm guessing. The different shapes. Do the different shapes denote when it goes away? That would be good if we had like... So square is end of activation. Circle goes away when it's used. Triangle, end of turn. I guess that's pretty good. For anyone that's bought any kind of board game, quite chunky, quite thick. Quite big for me personally. Like if I was to get a mini, let's grab a mini. So there's Bellaventine. That's a little bit big for a token for my eyes. I like maybe like a 15mm acrylic disc. But starter set, perfectly acceptable, perfectly nice. Toys. Okay, I'm going to start with these. Let's get a knife. Got to be very careful not to not just stab my hand, but also to not damage the cardstock. Come on. Come on. There we go. Definitely paper over plastic, but a nice quality. So there's GG0, Strats and Schemes. Nice. General actions and common tokens. Yeah, just like dual timing. Not quite comprehensive timing, but still nice. 2 of those, one for me, one for you. Always good. Crew cards, 2 crew cards, 1 for me, 1 for me. Love that little addition to the edition. These are nice. I'm not a big cards guy. I much prefer using an app or things like that. That's just me. Your mileage may vary. But these are very nice. You're weird. Yeah, they're cool. Kind of what you, similar card quality to before. Hang on. So there's a 30, there's a 40, slightly glossier finish maybe, but no difference in quality. Go away, Killjoy. They're all very nice. Cards. I'm not going to open these. And the reason for that is going to come up later. But I am reliably informed through watching Malifaux University and through watching Defective Dice that these are the same kind of paper quality that you got in the starter sets in 3E. I much prefer the plastics. If you also much prefer the plastics, the chances are you already own those decks. But as a starter box product, this is absolutely fine. I do really like, it's not on the artwork of the back, but I have seen that the cards you can use to empower with have got empower written in the top corner. And I think that's grand. EVS, you'll have to get your own deck. Let's have a look at the minis. He said, you're gonna focus in for me? It's pretty crisp, you know. Yes, there's like some little injection points, but comes off. Will file down nicely. Wobbly? Yeah, a little wobbly. Cute though. The lady herself. Yeah, bit of a bend, but nothing horrific. Much higher quality than, say, the other side starter set, where Sonya 2 looks... It's not my... No, let's be polite. It's not my favourite Sonya 2 sculpt. And then Giraffe Kirai, not my favourite Kirai sculpt. This is much, much nicer. Not quite like gaps between fingers, but still pretty good. Will paint up nicely. She's pretty funky. And then the robot guy. Anyone that's played Elden Ring is already, like me, loving little tiny Alexander here. Tom Hanks bot. Yeah. Solid. I love all the little cogs and stuff on the back. That's very cool. Yeah, little washboard guy. Again, squishy, but not like the Catalan rifles. Nice. Car wash guy, shoe wash guy. I'm not sure what this guy is. Come in here. Come on. Noisy cat. The model I have a 33% chance of painting. If you understand the reference, we are friends now. That's pretty cool, you know. There's lots of details down the back. I can see that it's a player piano. I can see that it's a player piano with an arbalest on top. I like that he's got a piano hammer as a club. Momo, what do you think? Yeah, he's going to be noisy in the background. Go on. This little totem guy. I mean, I can see teeth. I can see teeth and eyes and boils on his skin. I've got sea urchins on his shoulder. That's pretty good, you know, for pre-assembled. For like, you know, board game plastic. There's gap between the staff and the smoke. It's not just like blob on top. It looks like it's a separate entity, even though it's the same thing. Barnacle bill here. That's nice. I've seen some little bit of a mould line along there, but nothing scrapey, won't take off. Same along the top, so you can see where the mould is. And again, along there, but fine. Shell face. I'd maybe straighten that sword out a bit, but that's just me. Coral head. Tentacle man. I think he's the best of the three minions. In terms of sculpt quality, like for printing. Very solid. Like, not bendy, little bit of an injection point. But it's going to happen. And you can clean it up. And if it's not the sort of thing that bothers you, then you don't have to bother with it. Silken King. He's very cool. And then probably the best model in the lot. This Man of War colony dude. He's very cool. Oh, there's even like little fishes along the top. That is cool. Overall, I think it's a very nice set. I've got tokens. I've got. It's always one of those things when games companies talks about these sorts of things. They're always like, I just want people to take it out of the box and play. And there is still some assembly required in terms of getting them on bases. But like I said, everyone's got a million bases. But these are really, really cool. Steiner especially. Like these two big centerpiece guys. They are two big centerpiece guys. They're going to look cool regardless. I'm not going to take you through the rules because either you've read them already or someone like Rage Quit Wire or will produce a podcast or he's got a top hat, cool, or Pack Mentality or Breachburn or someone like that will put content out, which would be great and can sort of take a couple of hours diving into it. I'm not going to do that. Equally, Maniacal Cackle will write a blog somewhere because he's on the Neverborn thing at the moment, or Azahul will write a blog somewhere about Ampersand. But these are all lovely models. In terms of the actual quality and some stuff you get in the box, this is absolutely gorgeous. My one complaint, it's not even a complaint at this point, to be honest. These aren't factions I play, which for me is a rare thing to say. I think these are really, really cool, and thank you very much to Kimberly at Weird for sending it to me. But I'm going to give them away because I'm not going to use them. I couldn't. So if you can use them, please like this video, please subscribe to this channel, and then please tell me which of the Neverborn... Do you want the Ampersand crew or the Banished crew? And at the end of September, I'll do a draw and I'll send them to someone. I am going to restrict this to people in either Australia and New Zealand. 1, postage. Like, postage is expensive. And 2, we never get anything. So the fact that I, as an Aussie content creator, have been sent a starter set, I'm really, really... thank you very much, Weird. That's incredibly touching when I got that email through saying, hey, what's your address? But I would much rather these beautiful, beautiful minis go to someone that's going to get use out of them. Don't you agree, Momo? Meow. You all right, mate? So, yes, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And comment on this video, do you want the Banished or do you want the Ampersand? And I'll do a draw at the end of the month. And if, when I reach out to you, your address is not in Australia and New Zealand, I will redraw, because that's the terms and conditions of the thing. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I think that's fair. So yeah, if you want some free stuff, here's some free stuff you can have. And in the interim, I need a better outro.
Oh my God. Becky, look at his beard. It's just so